From Hewan claiming he doesn't have time to date to Graham McTavish organizing a whole romantic ceremony for his beau, here's all you need to know about the Outlander cast's real age and life partners. Now, I wouldn't be any good at my job if I didn't start with the star of the show, Sam Hewan. So you know season 7 of the show is gonna be set in 1776, right? Well, that means Jamie, the character played by Sam, will be 55 years old. But here's the interesting part. Sam himself is actually a decade younger, just 43. They've tried a few tricks to make him look older, like toning down his character's vibrant red hair and making him wear eyeglasses in some scenes. It's all part of the magic of television. And hey, here's some good news for all Fraser fans out there. As of now, Hewan's heart is unoccupied. He'd been in a long relationship with Mackenzie Mousey from Into the Woods, and also had something going on with Amy Shields from Twin Peaks, but you know how it goes. Sometimes love just doesn't work out. Hewan also talked about it in an interview, saying it's tough to have a stable relationship when you're spending almost 10 months shooting in Scotland and the rest of the year traveling for other projects. That's quite a demanding schedule, and who knows, maybe he'll find someone special when the right time comes. Before you guys get too excited, let me clear it up right away. Don't expect him to pair up with Katrina Balfe in real life, because she's taken. Before I get into her relationship status though, let me quickly fill you in on her age. So her character, Claire Fraser, born in October 1918, gets thrown back in time after falling through the stones at Craignadoon in 1945, and she ends up in the year 1743, 202 years in the past. But even though she has the opportunity to return to her own time, she chooses to stay in the past with her love, Jamie. It's quite a romantic tale, wouldn't you agree? But here's a little tidbit about the actors playing these characters. While Claire's around 60 in the year 1776, Katrina, who plays her, is actually 43 years old. Speaking of the actors, there's been speculation about Sam and Katrina being together off screen, but it's all just friendly camaraderie. In reality, she's been in a long-term relationship with Tony McGill, a music producer. They've been together for years, and in 2019 they took the big step and got engaged. Not long after that, they welcomed their first child, and honestly speaking, they are super adorable. But she's not the only parent on set. Did you know David Barry became a dad during his run on the show? Yep, you got that right. Barry's well known for his role as Jamie's close friend, Lord John Grey. But while his character hasn't found romance on screen, in real life, David's happily married to Christina Tessick. The couple had a beautiful moment in 2016 when they welcomed their son, Alexander. What's even more delightful is that Alexander was born on the exact day David returned home to Australia after wrapping up filming for season 3 of Outlander. Now that's a beautiful coincidence. And you know what? The 39-year-old star actually said once that he used to call his son Little Lord Barry when he was born, playfully associating him with his famous character. Looks like the name stuck, and now Alexander proudly carries that adorable title. Speaking of all things adorable, I obviously can't miss Sophie Skelton. In the show, Brianna Mackenzie, who's Jamie and Claire's daughter, is around 29 years old, and interestingly, Sophie, who plays Brianna, matches her character's age perfectly. Sophie was born in 1994 and turned 29 on March 7th, 2023. But more than her age, fans are curious about who she's dating. Well, when it comes to on-screen chemistry, Sophie and her co-star Richard Rankin, who plays her husband Roger, have it down pat. But off-screen, they're just good friends, not romantically linked. That doesn't mean Sophie's without a special someone in her life, though. Last year, the beautiful actress introduced her Instagram followers to her new man, an absolutely adorable chocolate Labrador named Loka. It was so heartwarming to see the bond between Sophie and her furry companion, and it's clear that Loka holds a special place in her heart. So while there might not be any real-life romance between Sophie and Richard, she has her loyal four-legged friend by her side, bringing joy and happiness to her life. And wait, while Sophie has a doggo, what about her co-star from the show, Richard Rankin? Well, he's another cast member whose personal life remains private. Just like his fellow cast members, there are very few details available about his relationships. In the fictional world of Outlander, Roger Mackenzie's deeply in love with Brianna Fraser. But in real life, the 40-year-old's currently not in a relationship, and I know some of you really want to pair him up with Sophie, but like I've already mentioned, they're simply close friends. And just like him, there are other stars from the show who are also still waiting. Take Tobias Menzies, for example. The talented actor known for his roles in The Crown and This Way Up is famously private about his personal life, so we don't know much about his family. But before you get all disappointed, the 48-year-old did share that he wants to have kids someday. He's open to the idea, but as of now, he hasn't found the right circumstances or the right person to make it happen. And you know, given his preference for privacy, Tobias might choose to keep his love life away from the public eye. In the past, he made headlines for his relationship with actress Kristen Scott Thomas in 2006. They met while working together in a West End play, and some say that their romance even led to Kristen ending her 17-year marriage to Francois Olivenet. But hey, the man chooses to keep his private life private, so I can't and shouldn't say much, right? It's clear that Tobias prioritizes keeping his personal life low-key, and as fans, we can respect his choice while celebrating his impressive acting talent on screen. And you know he's not the only one who prefers to keep it all hush-hush. Lot Verbeek's also quite like him. The evil actress who portrays Gillis Duncan in Outlander is known for her privacy when it comes to her personal life. At 41, she's kept her relationships away from the public eye. I did find out that Lot's had at least one relationship in the past, but she never got engaged. Despite being active on social media, she doesn't openly share details about her romantic life. And recently, on Valentine's Day, Lot did post some pictures, but she cleverly kept fans guessing by not giving any hints about the person she was spending the day with. She prefers to keep her romantic affairs private, and fans respect her decision. But the most adorable real-life relationship is with Graham McTavish. Well known for his portrayal of the tough and rugged Highlander, Dougal Mackenzie was a fan favorite in the first 2 seasons of Outlander. But let's talk about his super adorable relationship. Graham met Garance Doré, a talented author, illustrator, and the founder of the skincare line Doré, on the dating app Raya. Their connection was unique, and Graham even joked that he managed to slip through Garance's algorithm, passing as a grumpy, bearded grandfather type. To make things even more amusing, Graham pretended to live in LA when he was only visiting, not wanting to put her off. And after dating for a year and a half, the couple got engaged in Edinburgh on August 23, 2023. Even though the proposal was simple and intimate, Garance had a feeling it was coming, since they'd playfully discussed their wedding early on in their relationship. Graham also admitted he couldn't wait to get engaged and is surprised he held off for as long as he did. Their wedding, which took place at Borthwick Castle, was an absolute dream come true. Graham discovered the venue before meeting Garance and had plans to celebrate his 60th birthday there, but because of COVID, that got delayed by 2 years. So it felt right to dedicate a whole week to both their wedding and his long-awaited 60th celebration. He even made sure to embrace his Scottish heritage on their special day by wearing the kilt from his clan and all the traditional accessories. So there you have it, from Graham McTavish organizing a whole romantic ceremony for his beau to Sam Heughan saying he doesn't have time to date. This was all that you needed to know about the Outlander cast's real age and life partners.